Mali mabe, mali mabe, mali mabe. Hello and good morning. Welcome to Nasdaq FOMC weekly outlook and Tuesday's daily outlook. So we are currently live. Let me see if it's streaming live on YouTube. Let me just see. Okay, we are live on YouTube, so I can continue. I hope I'm audible enough. So let me just share the link to a few people so that I can start. Let me just share the link to a few people so that I can start. So I'll start at 11:40 sharp. I'm waiting for a few. There's a student of mine who hasn't joined, so that's who I'm waiting for. All right, so uh, good morning. It's still morning, so good morning and welcome to this live stream. I'll be covering the US 100 and US 500 FOMC weekly outlook and Tuesday's daily outlook. So as we know, this is the FOMC week, the very much awaited. We have been waiting for it since September started. It will be tomorrow, September 17th at the usual 9 p.m. hours in East African time, which is usually in the PM session of the New York session. So usually what I have told you before is that I only trade early in the morning if I am to trade on an FOMC day, but this is not a normal FOMC day because we expect a very influential decision from the Fed rate. So if we get a cut in the rates, the dollar will push higher, which means our US 100 and US 500 will be very bullish throughout the last quarter of the year. And if they do not cut rates, we might see some bearish price action. but we are expecting a cut on those rate funds, so we are very bullish. And so let's get to the technical analysis and see what we have. So we can see that last week traded higher. It took our buy side liquidity that we were targeting, which was the Monday 11th August high. It swept that high and it closed above it. So we have that weekly change in state of delivery because we have closed above a retracement or a previous high. So we have that weekly change in state of delivery right there. And weekly change in state of delivery. That was also observed on ES, which is SP500. You can see that we had this down close candle. So as soon as we had that close above, which was also last week, we had that close above, it becomes a change in state of delivery. That is a weekly change in state of delivery. So after marking that weekly change in state of delivery, and we know that this week we are expecting more bullish price action if we are to receive that the rate cuts from the Fed tomorrow. So I will be expecting a continuation of that. If we do not get that cut, I will be expecting the reversal of this move because the dollar will have weakened. So let us go down. Also on the weekly, that is what I want to see. We have this change in state of delivery. So we'll go down to the daily time frame to mark more levels on both assets. So let's do that. Yes, let's make that a full screen. So on our 1 day, what we'll notice is that yesterday being a Monday, which I do not really trade, Monday traded even higher. It traded the continuation move of the bullish movement. It swept Friday's high and thereby leaving these fair value gaps. We have this fair value gap. So Monday did not attempt to sweep Friday's low before going higher. It just opened and traded higher, although it traded a little bit lower because we have this downside wick right here. And US 500 ES, it also traded higher, swept Friday's high, which gives us another change in state of delivery, which will be daily CISD. That now will be a daily CISD. Remember, we have marked a weekly CISD. Now we have a higher daily change in state of delivery, which also occurred, but because we did not have any down close candle right here, we will not mark it on Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq we have the fair value gap, while on US 500 we have the change in state. So price could retrace back to that, and we have this breakaway gap, or a form of fair value gap, displacement gap, or whatever you want to call it, any can do. It's just an inefficiency in price as price displaced higher. So we might get that retracement to that area, because I don't think we have received any form of manipulation this week, which is very important if we want to see price trade higher, even higher. I always tell you that I want to see some form of manipulation. So today being a Tuesday, we have news at 3:30 p.m. We have the core retail sales and retail sales, monthly retail sales, which will be at 3:30 p.m., which is the 3:30 p.m. in East African time is the 8:30 open in New York. So uh, because tomorrow we are having FOMC, we might not get any trades today, and you have to be super careful because tomorrow will be a very volatile day. So it's advisable to be very careful. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see what we can get. Okay, I also forgot to mention that if we are to be bullish throughout the week, which will depend on tomorrow's decision. So mostly I usually mark the 0.5 level on the Monday, the Monday candle or the Friday candle. But in this case, we have this fair value gap. So tomorrow being FOMC, if we get a manipulation, price might retrace to this, but I do not want it to close any lower than this or any lower than that on a daily time frame, because if we are bullish, I want just to see it week off, balance this, and then trade higher. That is on Nasdaq. And on US 500, it is a better situation because we have this order block where the change in state occurred. So I do not want to see price come to the 0.5 level of that daily order block, because it was the last down close candle before that lethargic movement upwards. So I do not want to see price come to this 0.5 level of this candle. So those are my weekly levels, my higher time frame levels. So after that, now I can safely go to the lower time frames to see if maybe today we will get something to trade. So this part of the video is the one that is covering the daily outlook of Tuesday's daily outlook. I decided to combine them because I was not able to do the weekly preview, the weekly outlook yesterday evening. I was busy uploading the gold trade video. If you haven't watched it, kindly check it out. It is a very informative video, and you can see in that video you can see how I actually trade live with my mentorship students. So what I've just marked are the midnight opens. I'll mark on both assets, midnight open, midnight to midnight, Monday. Then we have the Tuesday midnight open. So what we can observe as of now, um, we can see what Monday did. Monday open, traded a bit lower. This change in state of delivery right here. This 9 a.m. candle retraced lower, retested that order block or that change in state of delivery, and then it traded all the way higher. So what we have right now is price has opened. Right now it's at 4:50 a.m. You can see right here, 4:50 a.m. New York time. So we are in London session. Price has opened. It is currently trading higher, and it has swept the previous day highs, the previous session highs, and so forth. So we are currently in deep premium of this range, of our trading range, from here to here, or from last week's low to the current weekly high. We are in a premium. So we could expect a reversal, considering that we haven't really seen any form of manipulation if we are to expect an expansion to the upwards. So today we could see some form of reversal. We could see some form of reversal today, which will form the low of the week, but we will observe that later. So currently we have opened higher, and I will stay observing price as I wait for the 9:30 open. So if I am to spot a reversal, this is my point of reversal. This will be my last up close candle, LUC. Then I will also mark it on this other asset. If we get a close below this, if I get a close, sorry, it should be LUC, last up close candle, last set of up close candle. So if I get a close below this, if we get a close below this, it will have confirmed a Tuesday reversal where we will be targeting these imbalances. So today is a day that I can be targeting internal range liquidity, because we are currently in external range liquidity, the premiums. So I can expect this drawback inside the internal range liquidity on a 1 hour level, because we also have these sell side liquidities such as this. We have these lows which are more clear on US 500. We have this swing low which is paired with these fair value gaps. This, and then the premium of that fair value gap is the sell side liquidity of this swing low. So we might get that, and according to the time, which is the London kill zone, which runs from 2 to 5 a.m. New York time, London New York time, we can see that this is what we call the formation of the daily high. So we could probably be seeing some form of reversal today, and that is what I want to see. But today I will be very careful when trading, so I will be super careful, but I will trade after the news and after 9:30. So that is my daily outlook. IRL, ERL, external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, but that is only going to be activated if we get a close below this last up close candle. However, if we get a retracement that does not close below this last up close candle, for example, if price does this, price comes to this point, then it retraces higher. Okay, sorry. If price does that, I will be expecting a change in state at that level where it will break off from that retracement leg. So I will take longs in that area. So it's still early to say, and as I have said, today should not actually be a trading day, as we are waiting for a very high impact news tomorrow. So it is better to avoid trading today, but if we get some scalps, I will be trading. So yeah, that is what I will frame as my bullish setup, and a close below this last up close candle is what I will frame as my bearish setup. So I guess that is all for today, and happy trading. I'll see you later in the day. Thank you for tuning in. Join my channel, subscribe my channel, and join my WhatsApp channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure to like and share. Thank you for tuning in. So let me just clear this up as I wait for the 8:30 open. During the 8:30 and 9:30 open, I will have more information if I will be trading bullishly or bearishly, because we have currently swept the previous day high, which becomes even more of a, it could give us some sells today later. So I will be more sure about my bias after the 8:30 and the 9:30 open, especially after the news release. So yeah, I just wanted to add on that. So let me just clear this up, because as we wait for the 8:30 9:30 open. So yeah, have a good day. Thank you for tuning in.